Hello. I just want to preface a little bit by saying something that's really important. And I know that we're trying to make the show really fun and really light, but I have a moral obligation to sit here and remind all of our listeners and viewers and people who tune in to stop the Asian hate. Some of you might wonder why I'm even saying this, or why you might be hearing or seeing other people saying this, and it is because that there has been a noticeable uprise in hate crimes.
Specifically towards Asian people.
Yes. Some people may not agree that it's a hate crime, but I personally, as an Asian American woman, do believe that that is exactly what it is. Why? Maybe it starts with something as simple as stereotyping, something that seems so harmless maybe to people that aren't victims of stereotyping, especially racial stereotyping, but stereotyping can get really dangerous, okay? Like right now we've been dealing with like the whole coronavirus stuff, and a lot of people have been blaming it on people from China.
Right.
Chinese people, whatever. And does every American know specifically what Chinese people look like? No. All Asian people get lumped the same. And also, like, a lot of these people that you think come from China, maybe they were born in America. You don't know where they were from.
Exactly.
You see an Asian-looking person and you want to blame them on a whole pandemic. And do what? Start hate crimes, start attacking people on the street. Recently, the Atlanta shootings had just happened where a guy had gone and shot up a couple different massage parlors.
Yeah. They're trying to scapegoat it as sex addiction. But, he clearly went to specifically Asian massage parlors. I mean, there's probably other like brothels and everything, and especially in the Atlanta area, it's a little too specific that he drove distances for this one niche of sex work.
Exactly. Yes. This horrible person who brought tragedy onto all of these people and all of their friends and family. He says that he went to these places because he was having a bad day, and also because he is a sex addict who has issues with his sex addiction, who wanted to take it out on these sex workers who he believed should just be like taken out, like that the sex work should be just gone away with, as maybe helping him as a sex addict or helping other people who have sex issues with sex, okay? But first of all, did he know that these women were sex workers?
I
don't think he did.
I didn't do enough research. I assume that these were places he frequented in the past, or I don't know if he just straight up chose these places. I didn't do quite enough research, but I want to say that he went to them before, but I could be wrong.
I have been looking into it a little bit. I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't seen that he had been to those places before. I saw that he had assumed that there was the sexual temptation in the massages.
Right.
Making the massages sexual. And, okay, like you have a sex addiction, that's your own issue. Don't put it on these women who may or may not have been sex workers. Like, he didn't know it. It's something that's very assumed. Why? Okay, another horrible stereotypical thing that a lot of Asian women are sexualized. Okay, like, you could... Okay, I'm like about to go on a rant right now because I have gotten this compliment of like, oh, guys like you because you're Asian. Like, guys love Asian girls, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, awesome. Like, that's great. But like to be sexualized to a point where it gets dangerous is also a huge issue where you have to worry about your safety because somebody sexualized you like that. Someone has a sex addiction and they blame you for
existing.
yeah, and like being sexy, and now you're like a target. This woman that's like massaging as her career to provide for her family and provide for herself, and she is getting misconstrued as like a stereotypical Asian woman who is like gonna give you a happy ending at the end. Like no one said that they were doing that. And
They haven't.
It's it's like totally assumed. I don't think that is why it's a hate crime, because it's stereotyped that these women were sex workers when we don't know if they were or not.
I mean, honestly, it's 100% definitely a thing. Just the sex work, especially in the like young girl advertised massage parlors. But like, honestly, I mean, why does that matter? I mean, I don't.
True.
I honestly just think you should, if both people are willing to like do stuff at the end, like I don't see a problem. I mean, it sucks that these women might not have come in like the best circumstances, either sex trafficked. But I mean, from what I've seen of like the people that were shot, they seem like they had like normal families and normal lives.
Exactly.
So even, I mean, I don't know. It's like a line of like, I feel like we need to push like sex work like more mainstream and less of something that's like to be ashamed of. But also on the other hand of like, I mean, if you say like if they for sure weren't one of those kind of places, but regardless, either way, it like shouldn't have happened.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even if they were 100% sex workers, like, I don't know for sure. But that's the thing. Like, we don't know for sure if they were or not. So right now, it's just like, it's stereotyped, assumed that because they're Asian and they work in a massage parlor, that they are, like, doing sexual favors as well. When I don't think that he knew that for sure.
Yeah, maybe not.
Like you said, he could have gone to any strip club. He could have gone down any alley to find
Atlanta
any
is
prostitute.
Famous for its strip clubs. I mean, if he wanted to specifically attack sex addiction, like there are tons and tons of targets in Atlanta, but he specifically chose those massage parlors.
He specifically chose to attack these Asian women. I mean, there were like a couple people that like happened to be in the way that weren't Asian, but it's predominantly Asian women who have these things to deal with every day. And it's like, I haven't never experienced violent racism, I don't think, but I have experienced microaggression after microaggression after microaggression that can build up over time, obviously. In a case like this guy like went berserk on these people, these innocent people. And all these other people getting attacked for like being blamed for the, what do they call it? The China virus or whatever.
Right.
Oh my God. I gotta like keep it tight right now. But like this stuff is messed up. And we just have to acknowledge it. Stop Asian hate. And if you're asking me what I expect you to do about it, maybe just look at yourself and people around you and just assess how you may stereotype Asians or any race for that matter. Whether you're like doing an Asian accent or like you're making a joke about how the Chinese restaurant food tastes like dog or something. Like,
yeah, and you got some of these late night hosts having to apologize for their past Asian jokes, especially Jay Leno.
Right. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I like the Asian jokes. I could laugh at some Asian jokes and like make fun of it. I'm not going to be like super militant and like, you can't make jokes and stuff. And I like, I'm funny. I have a sense of humor. I can, understand a joke and stuff, but like, and I can take some roasting every now and then, but like, some of it's harmful. It could lead to harmful stuff, harmful stereotypes. That's all I'm saying. And just assess that and how you could be better about not making people feel outed for just how they look and how they were born, and you don't know everything. Don't assume because I'm Asian that I'm like hypersexual or like to be over sexualized. Yeah, that's all I have to say. You know,
it's very sad.
support your Asian American friends and maybe ask them if they're okay or if just what they think about the whole thing. I definitely have had a lot of deep thoughts about people like my mom or my sister or my aunt or all the Asian women in my life who have suffered the results of stereotyping. And I just want to hold them close to me and just be on the lookout. Just protect your minority friends in general and look out for them, give care to them. Yes, all minorities matter and need a little extra support, I would say.
Yes.
Whew, okay. But let's talk about something more fun.
Yeah, got the heavy bombshell out of the way.
Oh my God. Anyway, what are you working on right now?
Just a couple of little room projects. I just finished up the Rotten Remains little room and put that out like a week or two ago.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if we explained what Little Room is yet. Have we?
It's just where bands basically come and play in my living room, and I mic everything up and record and film it, and then it goes on YouTube. My attempt at becoming a YouTube star that's never on camera.
I have a Little Room in Florida t-shirt. Well, I have a few t-shirts that I have, like a crop top version, a big shirt version.
And about a bazillion in my garage.
Yeah. If you want one, there's some for sale still. But anyway, I wear the crop top version a lot, just around and about. And like, I get a lot of compliments on the shirt sometimes.
That's awesome.
I was just at Publix the other day and because I think they have to like make some kind of small talk with you, it seems.
Right.
So the buyer was like, "Oh, I like your shirt. What is that?" And I was like, "Little Room in Florida. It's this YouTube show that showcases live sets from all kinds of bands, all different genres. It's super cool. It's just like a live set, but like the audio is really good. And like, I'm pretty sure the guy is like an audio engineer. Like I pretend like I don't even know you. And then I'm just a fan.
Thank you.
Because I feel like if I was like, yeah, it's my boyfriend's thing.
Yeah, right.
It kind of takes away. Yeah. So I pretend like I don't.
No one gives a shit about what your boyfriend does, by the way.
Yeah. I just pretend like I don't even know you, dude.
Right. That's for the best.
I just think it's funny. But yeah. But they always seem interested. I don't know if I've actually gotten you any subscribers, but maybe I should just be like, give me your phone. I'll subscribe for you.
Oh, gosh.
I'll add a little bit more aggression to it.
Yeah. The person who actually designed my logo, he's a lot of his artwork is now at Spencer's through a clothing company called Get Lost Perv. So that's cool. It's kind of like 30 degrees of separation, but to this art that's in Spencer's. That's cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah. Shout out to Adventure Skull. I'm glad your stuff's blowing up.
Very cool. The Rotten Remains Little Room session looked really good. And I like the interview version.
Oh, yeah.
That you're doing now.
Yeah, the interview, I've wanted to do it for years, but it's just like when you're doing everything yourself, it's like hard to get yourself organized to get to that point. But
definitely.
Now that I'm in this new house, it's a little easier to kind of section off each piece of the session. So it's a little easier, and it's a little easier for me to wrangle the bands because like once they're done playing, they're kind of usually over everything. But so it's kind of hard to get them in to do interviews. But,
yeah. I think they had forgotten that they had to do it for a second.
Yeah, and they smoke. Like most of the bands have smoked a lot of pot before they do their interviews, so it just makes editing interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think I feel like, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people too, I think someone's content is always a little bit more attractive when you get to see the personality of the people that are behind it. And you can like relate to them a little bit more.
I mean, absolutely. If it was up to me, I would put every interview out unedited just for its like realism and also its comedic value. But I mean, most bands, like when I'm going through like editing the session, they're like, please just make us look professional. And I had to do the best I can. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Like every person said that. I don't think anyone's liked the interview they've done so far, but
I don't think a lot of these people are used to doing interviews because I mean, it's a lot of like very talented, very sometimes unappreciated bands and like, what word am I looking for? Underrated bands of people that don't get like the spotlight that they deserve. So it's like they're getting it kind of for maybe like one of the rare times. So they're not trained in interviews.
And that's kind of the point of it. It's bands that don't have a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
Because I don't charge anything for little rooms. I just do it. I'm hoping one day my YouTube will grow to where I can actually profit. But for now, it's just something I do for fun.
Cool. So what kind of people do you look for to be on Little Room?
Anyone. I don't really discriminate. They're any genre of music or...
I didn't know it was free. It's free?
Yeah.
I got to start telling people this. Telling more people.
Because I don't know, my hope is like as I get, at least when I started the channel, this is how like I grew it, was just having bands from all these different places come and play, and then people that are fans of that band watch the show and then subscribe, and then it's like cross promotion thing. So my hope is as I get more bands and from more places, like it'll help grow the channel.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm trying to focus on Pensacola since I'm like new to here, and I'd like to get most of the bands around this area out of the way. Mm-hmm. Especially since bands aren't touring right now anyway, so it's hard to convince a band to drive here just for this thing. Though I have a few that might do it. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it comes out so pretty. I don't think a lot of people have a lot of like professional videography to support their project. There's a lot of people out there that just do shows and maybe have a music video, but don't have like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the portfolio. So if you are a musician of any kind, you should try to be on this show called Little Room in Florida, not Marvan Valley. Yeah. We're not accepting guests right now. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Marvan Valley. Forgot to say that.
Yeah, Marvan Valley. I mean, maybe we could have a guest one day, someone that just Skypes in or something.
Oh,
just
true.
For a second, just not for the whole show. But another thing I'm working on that's kind of close to Little Room, or I guess it's like associated, but it's not like part of like the YouTube channel. I did like a charity thing. It started out as like it was going to be like a live stream, but when I got to the venue where we were doing it, the internet was like awful. And
such a bummer. The place was beautiful.
Yeah, great lighting and really, really nice aesthetically. So just on our just in the last minute pulled it together and decided we're just going to do just a video of these bands performing at this place and trying to raise money for this guy named Chris that works at this restaurant called Union Public House.
And that's where it was, the Union Public House.
Yeah.
Love that place. Gorgeous.
Yeah. If you live in Pensacola or you're visiting, you should go get some drinks and food there. Very nice, upscale. And
everyone there is like attractive and like beautiful.
Yeah.
I always thought that was weird. I've never seen anyone ugly there. Not like I throw that word around often. Maria says ugly. Canceled.
Yeah, it seems like a cool place to work. Nice people. But the Chris, I think he was a chef. I'm not entirely sure, but he worked there, and I guess he had shortness of breath one night, and then they thought he had COVID, but he kept testing negative, and then through like weeks of testing, they eventually like determined he had COVID pneumonia, which I didn't know that was a thing. I'm guessing that's where you get you have an infection in your lungs at the same time as COVID. I'm not sure.
God.
But then it caused like this like nerve damaging disorder. It's like Guillain-Barré syndrome. And yeah, I guess it like just damages like nerves, so you can like become paralyzed. And I guess that's what was happening to him. But apparently he's like starting to move stuff and getting better. But you know, in America, our healthcare system sucks. So
Horrible.
you have to you got to pay for that stuff, and that's what this is for, is to help pay for that. So until
Benefit show, yeah.
I don't know when this will get out. Maybe it'll get out before, but until the 1st, they have a GoFundMe and like a Venmo setup where you can donate. So if this gets out in time and you feel like donating to a good cause, donate. But or just watch the video, you know, support.
Yeah. Well, even if the GoFundMe expires, like the Venmo should be open forever, though. So
yeah,
we'll
I'm sure
definitely link that
Ty,
down.
the guy that's running the charity, I'm sure he'll direct the funds where they need to go if it's after the fact.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely be donating to that. The benefit show was, I mean, of course it was meant to be a live stream at first, but
yeah, which is a bummer. Like I would have liked it to turn out how I initially planned it, but
things happen. It's
do.
nobody's fault. We did not build the building.
no.
So, yeah, I don't know. I went to go help Javan do a little bit of camera work and some sweet zooms.
Yeah,
is all I could do.
She did a great job.
Thank you. And I honestly had such a good time. It wasn't like an open show, obviously, because of like COVID is still a thing. I'm so sick of saying that.
Yeah, it's pretty much just the bands playing to the bands and then some of the band's friends kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a very, very small, secluded group. But like some people I haven't seen in like so long. And I haven't seen live music in so long that it gave me a feeling of such euphoria and joy of just like being social with people. And I didn't even know everybody, but like it felt like really good to just like make new friends and see some old friends and just enjoy some music. And like everybody there was very talented.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I was stressed out the whole time just because, again, it's just like me and you, and you know, I only put so much work on you, and I'm very surgical about how I like set up stuff. So
yeah, he really is. Sometimes I want to help, but I know that you're so specific. You can put a little bit more on me though if you feel you need to, because there were times where I felt like I wasn't doing enough.
I called you over when I needed you.
Okay, as long as you're not like, where is she?
No, that was more the guy running it.
Because people were like, do you want to? This guy offered me like an edible, and I was like, no, I got to keep it cool right now.
Oh yeah. No, through the whole thing, people were offering me drinks and like to smoke and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, no.
Why are they doing that? Like, you're just so like, what's the word? Geeked up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But you take your job very seriously, which is good. Like, you're only stressed out because you want it to be perfect and you want to try your best, which I very much appreciate about you.
Yeah.
And it's not something that you're just like doing for fun. Like, you treat it like a job.
Yeah. And maybe one day if my YouTube channel does grow, or just the concept of Little Room, maybe eventually I can afford to pay a crew and I won't be so stressed out and or dependent on you solely.
Yeah, I was having fun. I didn't feel
That's
stressed at all,
I'm
which
glad.
I would like to share some of that stress with you if I could take some away.
Yeah.
But I even saw people like offering to help you, and I was like, don't even offer to help him because he likes it a certain way. He might even get mad at you.
Yeah, I mean, at one
You
point,
better stay away.
I was kind of being rushed to get out at the end, so I kind of had to like just let them do things. Like people weren't wrapping cables very well and stuff like that, or putting up things quite correct. But it's the end of like, I think it was like a 10-hour day, maybe more. And so I was just like over it. I'm like, okay, I'll just deal with it when I have to unload all of the shit in 30 minutes.
Yeah. But it was a really good time. I even messaged Ty later, the guy that had put the event together, and I was like, thank you so much for yesterday. It was like such a good time.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah, I had fun. And the videos are going to end up really pretty. I'm really excited to see them. And honestly, like, I don't know, just me. I'm not the biggest fan of like live streams. Like, I will never tune into a live stream.
They're so hard.
Well, I have before of like, that's my friend, you know, like, but I like don't really, I would rather watch it on my own time. And especially with like recorded videos, you could put more like effort into the sound and, you know, you could edit it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like live stream, at least in the last year, was just more of a necessity than, unless you're like a Twitch streamer, and like then it's just like it's a small production. It's just you doing like one thing, and even those time, even with that, things can go awry. So live streaming, it's a cool concept. I like it, but it's like it's difficult. There's so many factors like compression, your internet, and your bit rate. It's a lot. I mean, kudos to the people that get on Twitch and
for sure,
YouTube
the
stream
gamers.
Or even people like on ChatterBait and stuff and do it every single day and like make, you know, good productions. You know, much respect. I'm sure they invest a lot of time into what they do.
Definitely. Round of applause to the live streamers.
Yes.
I feel like it sounded like I was hating on them for a second, but I'm not.
You were.
To.
I tried to pull it back for you.
Okay. In other news, a volcano has erupted.
Yes, in Iceland.
Which is confusing because, like, is Iceland not like a cold place?
Okay, so obviously you may have missed the thing where the Vikings tricked people back in the day and they named one place one thing. So there's Iceland and Greenland. Greenland is it's like it's like Antarctica. It's like a waste, like very cold, desolate place. And then Iceland is very nice, luscious, like volcanic islands. It's like the Hawaii of the North.
Oh, completely opposite.
So I at least I could be like misremembering this from history class, but I want to say that like the Vikings, when they were originally going there, they wanted to like keep people from knowing about it being nice. So they're like, we'll call it Iceland. That doesn't sound appealing. They won't want to come there.
Oh, to keep people away.
I think so.
Anybody
I could be
specific
complete.
away?
I mean, that could be complete bullshit. But I mean,
actually, that kind of sounds familiar. You might be right. So in Iceland, a kind of Hawaii tropical-esque place.
Well, I wouldn't say tropical, but it is very like fertile because it's like volcanic islands.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, wait, is it cold there?
It is cold there, sure.
But it's not like the North Pole.
It's not like an ice wasteland like in Antarctica. It's like very luscious of trees, but I wouldn't say it's tropical, but it's like, you know, what's appropriate of that area, but very lush.
Okay.
Just because volcanic like ash is like super soil for like growing and like nutrients in the earth. And I think that's why these like usually when a volcano happens, it's like a huge disaster,
a catastrophe.
Yeah, but I think this volcano is far enough because it's a pretty like sparse populated place. But I think it's far enough away from people to where it's just like this cool like thing of nature, and all the Earth's gonna be like neutralized and all that stuff.
So the citizens are happy.
Yeah, they're like gathering in like hundreds just to like watch it going. I even saw a photo of a guy that got butt ass naked for a picture.
Show me. He got naked. I want to see more pictures of the volcano too. Does the volcano have a name?
It does, but it's a very long and complicated Norwegian name.
So let's not dishonor it by ruining it.
I mean, I can give it a try.
I dare you. I dare But yeah, at first when I heard about a volcano erupting, I was very upset. But now that I hear that people are not worried about it, it's a great thing that we could just enjoy the beauty of nature and not have to worry about it like a California fire or like a Floridian hurricane.
Right.
Thank God.
Again, because it's pretty like sparse population there, and they like value like nature super super hard in that country. So I think they leave lots of room for it. Here's the picture of the naked guy.
Yee, quit. Oh, he looks so happy. Oh, that is such a beautiful setting behind him.
Yeah,
That looks so cool. Oh my God. Isn't nature beautiful?
yeah, for sure.
That's really cool. I'm happy for them. How long does that erupt for?
I'm not sure. I think it's different every time, and it's random.
That's true. I assume it could be could it be days sometimes?
Sure, maybe. I don't know enough.
Oh, so crazy.
I know the last time a volcano erupted in Hawaii, it was not a good thing.
Yeah, people were built upon the volcano, right? Like it was a village around it, and
and there were people that were like taking boats, like off the next to the cliff, and they were like literally getting like volcanic ash and rocks like rained on them.
Yeah, and weren't some people like, I will die here?
I don't know about that. Maybe.
I was like, I've lived here my whole life. I'm not moving. I will die here.
Well, I mean, I get that, but evacuate for a little bit and then come back.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, pretty cool. I found out about it because of Bjork. She was posting about it. I guess she filmed a music video there a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
For Black Lake, I think is the song. Pretty good
cool
one. I love Bjork.
Yeah, you do. It'd be cool to film something there as it was erupting. A little B-roll, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's been hundreds and hundreds of videographers getting stock footage of it.
We had our first movie theater experience in God knows how long.
Right. I don't know. Have we been to the movies since COVID?
No, I don't think so. So this was a big deal.
No, because we went and saw Akira in Mobile, but literally it was us and like one weeb in the front.
Yeah, it was just us. True.
But this was the first.
But it felt weird. Like it wasn't like, it was definitely really different than like your normal.
Right. It was like IMAX and it's this old movie. It's not like the experience of going and seeing something for the first time with tons of people around and just.
There was nobody. Yeah. And it felt like going into like an abandoned warehouse. It was so empty.
Yeah.
Which good because we wouldn't want it to be like super crowded.
Right. And last night we thought it was going to be a repeat because we like pull up in the parking lot. I mean, all movie theaters have huge parking lots for good reason. So like even a little bit, doesn't, or even a good amount doesn't look as impressive just in this sparse parking. So when we got there, we thought, oh, okay, it's pretty dead. This is like a night. We went and saw Nobody, and it was their premiere night with
Thursday
Bob.
night, 7:00.
Yeah, which was a great movie. Loved it. It was a fun take on the action genre, specifically the I'm trying to be a good person, but I had to go back on my badass ways genre, which I guess John Wick has started, and I guess it's just a thing now.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure other movies did that. I think that's kind of similar to like movies like Death Wish.
Okay, yeah.
But I think that one's more graphic. I think it's like a rape or murder, and he's like going and getting revenge. Versus this, it's like these like two people that are like just desperate for money, like breaking in this house, and he decides to spare them, and everyone gives him shit. I won't ruin the rest of the movie, but it turns into craziness, and it's a lot of fun. But overall, the movie experience, we got in there and it was busy, and I felt so bad for like the workers there because they were like, they got swamped right at like before 7:00 when all these like movies are starting, and like at first I was like all like ready to eat a bunch of food. I was gonna order like nachos and like mozzarella sticks, but like as I got in this huge line and it's already like 10 minutes before movie starts, and like these people are just struggling.
And you also get your tickets and your
Right.
snacks in the same place.
So
it's not like you have some of the weight taken off of you. Like everyone goes to the concession stand.
So it congests it even more. And there are like people like getting like pizzas that were still frozen. It was a clusterfuck. I was like, just give me a soda and I'm good.
I still got my hot dog though.
Yeah. She got a hot dog. But that's not like the most complicated thing.
Yeah.
It stays on a roller all day.
That's true.
But
I mean, it was decent. I had to put, because we got there so last minute, I had to put my condiments on in the dark, my ketchup, mustard, relish, and it wasn't the best. I could tell because it was a little dry.
oh really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't put enough condiments on it.
Okay.
But it was still good. I'm a hot dog girl. I like my hot dogs.
We snuck in some alcoholic beverages, which I thought we were going to get there and it was going to be dead. And it was just like, oh, we got this movie to ourselves. Let's just drink. But it ended up, we like got in there and it was, the movie was, I would say it was almost sold out.
Yeah. With having to distance everybody. Yeah, it was definitely probably sold out for for the standards.
We still got really good seats though. Dead center.
Yeah.
Not too close
towards
to
the top. That's what I like. I don't like being too like close and then I have to like crank my neck like crazy. But
I usually go all the way in the back, but lately I've been going a little bit further just because I broke my glasses and I'm too stubborn to go get new ones.
Yeah,
so I have to I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far away stuff.
Please beg Javan to get new glasses. I am begging him to get new glasses. I've even told him that we'll put it as part of the family fund too.
Or if you want to cash app me like $100, because I don't know my prescription. So that's my main hurdle. Otherwise, I would have just ordered glasses. But I had to like go figure out what my prescription is and go make an appointment with the
get the eyes dilated. He has to answer all these questions. So, I got an A, B, and E, F. What's this say? What's that say? I don't know. He has to go through all this.
If you want to cash app me some money for glasses, little room in Florida on Cash App. But it'll probably be a while before I.
He needs help.
Go and do it.
He needs help. Lordy. But he's gonna get some cool glasses. I told him that he can work on his drip a little bit and get some cool glasses because he could pull some really cool glasses off.
Yeah.
I've been working on my drip a little bit. I got some new pants because I'm trying to stray away from the skinny jean look because I don't want to be old.
It's out.
I want to blend in with the young kids, even though no one asked me to.
Jinkos are back.
So I'm getting more straight leg jeans and more baggy jeans. And I'm loving it because I'm more comfortable. I got more room. I know there's this whole stigma against the size and the number not meaning anything, but in skinny jeans, I have to like size up more than I do in like, these normal looking, wider leg jeans. And that's making me feel good. I feel like, I'm getting a lot of compliments.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like a cool girl. And it has elevated my mood significantly.
That's awesome.
And I feel the same way about when you get new glasses, that once you have them, you're going to feel great. You're going to feel...
I mean, I had the same glasses for like 10 years, just the same black frames, because they're $20 at Walmart. And I would just keep taking the lenses out, put them in the new frames, take the lenses out when I bring them, put them in the new frames, which I could honestly just do right now today. But like these lenses are like scratched up and pretty fucked up, but they work. But I don't think Maria's going to let me continue that cycle. So I got to get new glasses and new lenses.
Yeah, you got to do it for the drip.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's going to be fun. And I'll help you pick out a pair that make you look really sexy.
On the jeans, though, I feel like the like tight skinny jeans, like they just like accentuate everyone's body.
Yeah.
So like it made people look like they have dump trucks that don't in real life. But with this new like baggier thing, if you got a real ass, people are gonna know. Like you still have an ass.
Do I?
In, like these like bigger baggy jeans.
Do I?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that's cool. I like the way that sounds. I've been getting compliments on my new pants. Even though I didn't tell anybody that they're new, people are noticing and they are saying, I like your pants. And that means a lot to me. If you see somebody that you like something about them, you should tell them.
It doesn't cost anything.
You will never know what it means to them. It might mean a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone who's been complimenting me on my new jeans. Oh, yeah, I got my stimulus check, by the way.
Stimmy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Got some new preamps for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Stimulus money.
Yes, that's exciting. And I'm feeling more stable. And that's why I was able to get the new pants, which I said I wanted to get new clothes too. I got this bathing suit that like didn't really work out, but maybe I could take a cute pic in it or something.
I got no clothes. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. I mean, you need the glasses. That'll be your clothes.
Sure. I mean, there are clothes I want to buy, but like everything I buy, it's like usually like online seller that's like just one person, and it's usually expensive and hassle to get it shipped.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would probably have more drip, but I don't. I mostly wear like the white, like Walmart pack shirts.
But a white tee is like a classic look. I love a white tee.
It's easy.
I always get it messy though, because I am a messy eater.
And I have this flannel that I bought for a Halloween costume, but now it's an everyday.
We need to get you more flannels too.
I don't know. I feel like one is enough. I don't want to overdo with the flannel look.
Well, you need more just like
variety.
Outerwear.
Yeah, sure.
This dress my friend gave to me. I have a lot of hand-me-downs from my one specific friend. So like, I don't want to just like look like her. I have to get my own stuff.
I have a lot of sweaters.
Yeah.
Variety of sweaters.
Oh, yeah.
That's important.
That is important.
But I live in Florida, so I only get to utilize it when I go to the movies and like 2 months out of the year.
I need a bathing suit that actually fits me. The bathing suit fits me, but it just like barely. It's a little nothing wrong with the promiscuous look, but I'm shy in person, so I don't think it would work in a social setting of me. I'm just not comfortable to show my body off like that in real life. In a picture, yeah, but in real life, maybe not so much.
It's also hard shopping for, I'd imagine, women's bathing suits online, because I don't know, there's something very specific to a fit and a lay of like a bathing suit on a girl.
Yeah,
so I imagine that's hard. But I think the one you got looks good. Just like you said, it's pretty revealing.
You said it's complicated, and you said a lot of the things I get online are complicated.
Yeah, she likes.
What do you mean by that?
Just having tassels.
So you have to tie, yeah.
Something you have to tie.
Yeah, it has like 6 different little ties on it. It took me like a good 5 minutes to put on.
Yeah, I believe it.
So yeah. What else? The Oscars are coming up, right?
Yeah, next month. Ooh. They just announced the nominees.
We do love movies.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't really watch the ceremonies in real time, but
I haven't in so long.
I watch the highlights.
Right.
The important parts. The people's, I mean, there's so much filler. Like, not to diminish, like, these people that win these, like, smaller awards and, like, all, like, the comedy and stuff in between. But I'm like, just give me the answers. Show me the acceptance speech and let's move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the acceptance speeches are a huge deal. And didn't you say that they're like the Golden Globes?
They did the Zoom thing, and Oscars want to do the exact opposite. They want everyone's got to be in person. If you're doing an acceptance speech, it's got to be in person. Obviously, you don't have to show up, but if you want to like be part of it, you got to. Versus Golden Globes, everything was pretty much on Zoom, which I get where they're coming from, because it did like. First off, the technical aspects of it are horrible. The audio, like you're like relying on like these actors that are like speaking into like an iMac microphone that's like being broadcast. It's a lot. It's a lot on like the crew. And then also it's just like things just end up feeling like dead or like not as much energy or like
I
don't know. Like I watched like was it Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo.
I watched his
Ooh,
acceptance
love him.
speech. I love him, and I think he's a great actor. But man, his acceptance speech was just weird because of it being on Zoom. Like I felt
you get
like
energy from the audience and being at the damn
exactly.
Oscars that you wouldn't get just sitting waiting at home. And like, does he know ahead of time that he won? Or does he know in that time that he just won?
I think it's different for different award shows. I want to say that the Golden Globes people know that they're going to win. I could be wrong, but I'm almost 100% sure they know they're going to win.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's why he was like less, because he knew he got this shit in the bag. Yeah. He is like a treasure. He did so good. And what was that show he was in that I loved?
This Much I Know Is True.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays
So
okay, there was like this weird like period where every actor felt like they had to play a twin of themselves or like a clone just to prove themselves. Will Smith did it.
James Franco did it.
James Franco did it. The guy from Whiplash, what's his name?
The bald guy?
Yeah, he's so good. He did it as well in that
I love
Counterpart
him.
show. Yeah, he's great.
Adam Sandler. Jack and Jill.
He's the OG. That was the movie that ruined his career for a while. Like he literally couldn't make shit until Netflix was like, "We'll finance your garbage."
Really? Man. That's
Yeah.
something.
That movie like did not do well for him. But yeah, okay. So there was like this period where everyone felt like they had to prove themselves by acting against themselves. And I would say of all the actors that tried it, I think he pulled it off the best.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
a lot of it was great writing and a good story about like twin brothers, one who is schizophrenic and the other one's kind of like nobody, like nothing going on in life. And you just have to watch it.
He
It's
has
really
a lot
great.
of inner demons, though, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, just the way that he acted and like physically represented the two different twins.
Yeah,
it's just so beautiful, incredible.
His his whole body language and type like shifts so dramatically between the two.
Just the way he stands and just his posture is just so good. Take some notes, Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Well,
no, I don't think he's taking it that seriously. I don't think Adam Sandler's trying to be that serious.
What's the big like the huge actor that's like he has to like method everything?
Oh, Jared Leto.
Not Jared Leto. This is an old Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh,
you're fucking next. Let's see you act against your own self.
I'm sure he'd be beautiful. Yeah,
I'm sure he'd do great, and then he'll quit acting for the 800th time.
Yeah, God love him, right?
Yeah. Great actor, but I think he is definitely insane.
Who is? Well, yeah, I think actors are a different breed in general.
Just reading like the behind the scenes of him when he was doing Lincoln, and just like how in his character was. And there's like this other like older actor that's like very much like, oh, this is all money. This is all just movies and fun. That would not, because basically like Daniel Day-Lewis was like asking people to like call him Lincoln in between takes, and he had to stay in character, method acting. And
right, which some degree I don't get, because like you're an actor, like aren't you just supposed to like act? Just start acting?
Yeah, I don't know. It's all about like immersing yourself in the character to where the line starts to blur between you and them, which I mean, I get it. If that's what helps get you the great performance, do what you got to do. But it is weird, and you have to understand that other people maybe aren't going to be so keen to play along. But I mean, Hollywood movies or just celebrities in general is tiptoeing around people's egos and their sensitivity. So, I mean, all those people I'm sure are used to it.
Yeah.
But
it's not my personal method, but I'm a pretty shitty actress anyway.
I think you're fine. I think like with anything I say, I think if you really, really wanted to do it, I think you could be good at it.
For sure.
But there's some pretty good nominations this year. Best leading role, we have the first Muslim to be nominated for Best Actor, I want to say, and the first Asian with Stephen Yeun.
Oh, who is that?
He's the guy from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
We need to watch his movie.
Bubby, you need to sit down. My kitty is so disruptive. Anyway.
Um,
Yeah. The Sound of Metal. I love that movie.
yeah, he did a great job. Very good portrayal of, I don't know, just the feelings of wanting to continue music and then just this heartbreaking thing of not being able, I don't know, your plans like being smashed in your whole life, like having to change.
And that lead actor is the first Muslim actor that's been nominated an Oscar, correct?
I don't know about Oscar, but in that category.
Oh, in that category. Got
Because
it.
I want to say
For
the
the
guy,
lead.
yeah, I want to say the guy from Green Book. He's playing Blade coming up in the new Blade. I forget what his name is, but he's a great actor. I like him on that show. Remy.
Yeah, Raimi. I think.
Remy. He plays like, I forget what Muslim people call like their head or like priest or like spiritual guide, but he plays like one of them at his mosque, and he does a great job.
Nice.
But yeah, I want to see that movie that Steven Yeun was nominated for. It's Mirama. It's like about a immigrant family. I want to say in Australia.
Oh yeah, I have seen some pictures and stuff from that. And
I heard it's really
super
good.
excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely. It's still in early access, and it's like it's $20 to like stream this movie. And it's like, man, I go yesterday our tickets. It was like $8 per ticket.
And the guy gave us a discount to be nice.
Yeah, so I mean, like I'm literally like paying $20 to watch it on this, small screen in my living room.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it to go out of early access to watch it, but I might break and just go ahead and watch it. Another movie I need to watch is that music movie.
Oh my God. By next episode,
just to hate like it.
we need to watch that because I have been dying to talk about this movie Music with Sia and Maddie. And the whole premise is it's about a nonverbal...
Chandelier Part 8.
Yeah, I know. It's about a nonverbal autistic girl who like loves music, I guess. And loves Sia's music specifically. I don't know.
Is it? I don't know if
it's all Sia's music. It's like a showcase of her music.
I think it's basically like a musical movie
of Sia music,
of
right?
her, but it's not like the character like loves. I don't know if Sia exists in the universe of the movie, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen it, but
I don't know. But
and she responds to music in general positively, and it's like, I don't know, like. First off, you have this girl who is an amazing dancer, but she's never acted, and you're throwing her in the deep end, be like, you're gonna play
such a hard role that it's so controversial for an ableist to even portray somebody with.
In general, I mean, if Sean Penn can't pull it off, who's like another great actor, then this like, how old is she? Like 15, 16? Maybe she might be older.
No, she's probably like 18
by now. Okay,
yeah.
This very young girl who's never acted is just being thrown in this movie that's being. I don't know if she directed it.
I think Sia directed it, possibly.
But at least she was definitely the creator. Like you have this person who's never made a movie.
It's her whole idea.
Before. So you have these two like amateurs in this very touchy subject matter. I don't know. It just seems like it's going to be bad. And from the cursory reviews of seeing it is bad. But I don't know. I want to get your perspective on it because you work with kids with the same thing.
Yeah, I work with a lot of children with autism and some young adults with autism. So I am very much looking forward to seeing how this portrayed. But like you said, I am probably going to be hate watching it. I've already heard of some scenes or seen some bits of scenes that are already very questionable.
Right.
I think the intention is good, but like maybe it could have been more researched, and maybe we could have gotten a real actor. Maybe not have pressured Maddie to be in all of your shit because like
she just wants to put her in everything. I mean,
you should just let her.
She
do
claims
her own
that
thing.
it just wasn't working with an actual like non-neurological normative person, but it just wasn't working, which, I mean, I get it. Movies are hard and it's like doing the same thing over and over again. But I've seen tons of like people with disorders like nail movies.
Well, yeah. Could you even get somebody with maybe like level 1 autism
I feel
to
like
portray?
I feel like she had to like be like,
That would've
okay,
been
at
cool.
first this person's going to do it just so I can say later that I tried. But really, I just want Maddie.
I know, right?
I mean, I'm just being, fucking satiric or just hard on her, I guess.
The Weeknd, his Super Bowl performance, this past one that he just did, he had like a whole bunch of dancers in it, and they had the first dancer with autism in the show.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
If he could do that, make that work, like doing this choreography for the Super Bowl where everyone's watching, everyone's tuning in, it's taken very seriously. The performance was great. If they could make that work, like, why couldn't they make this? They could have. I mean, like, people with autism are capable of many things. Every person with autism is different.
Exactly.
And, like, you couldn't have tried a second autistic person?
Right.
Jesus. Whatever. We shouldn't even say anything else before we watch the movie.
Yeah, we need to watch it to
we
know
are
for sure.
going to watch the movie, and we'll talk about it next episode.
I feel like it would hit less hard if it was just a music video, or if it was like I hate to say it, like Trapped in the Closet, like a continuation music video kind of thing. Then it might be okay. Again, it's still this like person who shouldn't be playing this kind of person, but I feel like it would be more digestible than like something going to see in a movie theater I had to sit through versus I can watch this part of the music video than this and blah, blah, blah. I feel like that would have been a better choice, but I don't know. On movies that are actually good coming up, or at least stuff I want to see, I don't know if it's going to be good. I mean, movies are so weird right now. You don't know if what the release date is actually going to be it.
Yeah.
And so much stuff is going to streaming, and there's so much inner fighting in Hollywood about that and who's getting the best kickbacks, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, some of the movies I want to see coming up are like, I guess I'll see Avatar 2.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out next year.
Okay.
I
have to see it. Some movies you're very obligated to see just because I want to see what's going on. Of course, I need to watch Avatar 2.
Right. And Jared Leto is going to play a vampire. It's from like the Marvel universe called...
What? I thought he was Joker.
Well, Joker is DC, not Marvel.
Oh, okay.
No worries. But... I'm kind of excited to see that. I think those comics are cool.
He could do a vampire. Sometimes he is very annoying, though.
Oh, yeah.
Recently, I've been very annoyed by him. But I think that a vampire, you could do it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. He has like a disease, so he's going to basically do the Christian Bale machinist thing.
He's going to get
skinny? Yeah, I've already seen in the previews. He got skinny, so I don't know. It'll be cool.
He's skinny, so.
And there's the Matrix 4 coming up, which I'm interested to see that because the directors, or it used to always be the Wachowskis, both of them, they're siblings. But this one is only being directed by one of the siblings. And apparently it has a smaller production feel to it. So I'm interested to see what a non-blockbuster Matrix movie will look like. Could be garbage, but I mean, I'm going to support it. I like Keanu Reeves.
Love him.
And, it's an iconic movie. It's definitely something like I loved as a kid. I loved like there was like an anime series that's like kind of fills in the in-between gaps of the movies called the Animatrix. Loved that as a kid. I'd always rent that at Movie Gallery.
I want to see Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman. That's going to be great. I'm really liking that actor that's going to be the lead in it. He's in that show Generation right now that's on HBO. I think he's doing a pretty good job in that. Oh, yeah.
That's a cute show. I like that show.
But, yeah, Candyman, I mean, hopefully it comes out. It's one of those movies that keeps getting pushed back or going indefinitely out. I don't know. There's also Dune coming up. That's
Zendaya. And that other boy that I love, but I always forget his name.
Right.
But I love him.
I think
he's in Call Me By Your Name.
Yeah, he's great. Then Army of the Dead, which is a sequel to fucking
Dawn of the Dead?
No, it's to like Sam Raimi. God, this is like such a great movie, and I'm like blanking on it. The movie with Cabin in the Woods, and they go
Cabin in the Woods?
No.
Cabin Fever?
No. It's like an iconic like old movie.
Oh. Oh my God. Now I know what it is, and I can't think of the name.
It's a sequel to Army of the Dead, which it's like the same character of Ash.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, exactly. What is that movie called? Look up what movie is Ash in.
What movie is Ash?
Oh my God. Evil Dead?
That's it.
I got it.
God, I love that movie. I don't know why it just... it's just one of those things where something won't come to you. But
that felt like charades for a second.
Basically, it's another sequel to that franchise. Because the first two movies take place in the cabin, and they're almost like the same movie, but like the second one's like a little bit better. But the third one, they go off on this tangent of like time travel, and that's where the series goes from Evil Dead to Army of the Dead. And I guess they're doing a direct sequel to the Army of the Dead. So that'll be cool. I love Bruce Campbell. I think he's an hilarious actor. And I love Sam Raimi. So yeah,
cool.
That's something I'm looking forward to. I'll go see The Batman with Pat Robertson.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I love him and I want to see that.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. He's a very good actor. He's grown into like the gentleman.
I don't know if I'm going to go see the new Space Jam. Just because, or at least I'll stream it eventually. But I don't know. The plot, it seems a little weird to me. But I don't know. It could be wrong. It could be great. Cruella's coming up, the live action.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that because I like Emma Stone.
Yeah, she's good. It'll be fine.
I think if it wasn't her, I would be less inclined to watch it.
Right. There's In the Heights coming up, which is the Manuel guy that did like Hamilton's, like his movie adaptation of his musical In the Heights.
Oh.
That'll be good.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of stuff coming up. So, based on last night, it seems like movies are coming back, getting back to normal for the most part.
Yes. And I will continue to sneak in whatever snack or drink.
Alcohol
I want. If you see me,
it's their fault. They didn't even have the beer stand set up last night. So, we couldn't be helped.
Nope. And also, I had packed in my backpack before I even knew that. And also, if you see me, mind your own business. And if you tell on me,
you dead to me.
You're dead. Throat slit. Just kidding. That'd be crazy. I don't do stuff like that. Anyway, that has been today's episode. And thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Love ya. And looking forward to seeing you next week. Did you know that I'm getting my COVID vaccine?
Cool.
Next Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, but I'm scared because I'm also very scared of needles.
You'll do fine.
Yeah, I hope so. If the lady doesn't or the man who gives it to me, I hope they don't get mad at me.
You'll be fine. All right. Thank you.